Morning, children. This is the fourth session of Standard 10, Geography, Chapter 1, India, Location, Relief and Drainage. Drainage system of India. A drainage system is an integrated system of tributaries and a trunk system which collects and drains surface water into the sea, lake, or some other body of water. The total area drained by a river and its tributaries is known as a drainage basin. The drainage pattern of an area is the result of the geological structure of the respective areas. The flow of the rivers generate different patterns according to the slopes in the land area, like dendritic pattern, radial pattern, rectangular pattern, and terrace pattern. The river system provides irrigation, drinking water, navigation, power, as well as grant livelihoods for a large number of population. The drainage system of India is broadly divided into two major groups on the basis of their location. They are the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. The Himalayan rivers, the Indus river system, the Ganga river system, the Brahmaputra river system. Peninsular rivers, east flowing rivers, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. West flowing rivers, Narmada, Tapti. Himalayan rivers. These rivers are found in North India and they originate from Himalayas. So they are also called as Himalayan rivers. These are perennial rivers. What are perennial rivers? A perennial stream or perennial river is a stream or river channel which has constant stream throughout the year through parts of its stream bed during years of normal rainfall. Himalayan river, Indus river system. The Indus river is one of the largest rivers of the world. The Indus river originates from northern slope of Kailash range in Tibet near Manasarovar lake at an elevation of about 5150 meters. Its length is about 2880 kilometers. Only 709 kilometers is in India. The Indus river has a total drainage area extending 11 lakh 65,500 square kilometers, in which 3 lakh 21,289 square kilometer areas are drained in India. The Indus river flows through the Ladakh and Zanskar ranges and creates deep gorges. The Indus river system runs through Jammu and Kashmir, turns south near Chilar and enters Pakistan. Its major tributaries are Jhelum, Chenab. Chenab, largest tributary of Indus, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. Indus river enters into Arabian Sea. Ganga river system. The Ganga river system is the largest drainage system of India. It extends over an area of 8,61,404 square kilometers in India. The Ganga plain is the most densely populated plains in India and many towns are developed on the banks of this river. The river Ganga originates as Bhagirathi from Gangotri Glacier in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand state at an elevation of 7,010 meters. The length of the river Ganga is about 2,525 kilometers. Its major tributaries from the north are Gomti, Gandak, Kosi and Gagra, and from south Yamuna, the largest tributary of Ganga, Son, Chambal, etc. The river Ganga is known as the river Padma in Bangladesh. The combined river of Ganga and Brahmaputra creates the world's largest delta known as Sundarbans in Bangladesh, before joining the Bay of Bengal. I repeat, the combined river of Ganga and Brahmaputra creates the world's largest delta known as Sundarbans in Bangladesh before joining the Bay of Bengal. The Brahmaputra river system. The river Brahmaputra originates from Chamayungdung Glacier of the Kailash range to the east of Lake Manasarovar in Tibet at an elevation of about 5,150 meters. The total area is about 5,80,000 square kilometer, but the drainage area lying in India is 1,94,413 square kilometer. This river is known as Sangpo. Sangpo means purifier in Tibet. The length of this river is about 2,900 kilometers. Only 900 kilometers is in India. Brahmaputra river enters into India through a gorge in Arunachal Pradesh, namely Dihang. Brahmaputra river has many tributaries. Tista, Manas, Bharat, Subanshree are some of them. Brahmaputra river is called as Jamuna in Bangladesh. After Brahmaputra river joins with the river Ganga in Bangladesh, the river is called as Meghna. So, we have learnt Himalayan rivers. Characteristics of Himalayan rivers are they originate from Himalayas, they are long and wide, they are perennial in nature, they are unsuitable for hydropower generation. Middle and lower courses are navigable. Peninsular rivers. Peninsular rivers include east flowing and west flowing rivers. East flowing rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. West flowing rivers are Narmada, Tapti. The rivers in South India are called peninsular rivers. Most of the peninsular rivers originate from Western Ghats. These are seasonal rivers. Seasonal rivers means non-perennial. The non-perennial rivers are those rivers which have no flow for at least a part of the year, like Narmada, Tapti, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Pennar and Kaveri rivers. They have a large seasonal fluctuations in volume of water as they are solely fed by rain. These rivers flow in valleys with steep gradients. Based on the direction of the flow, the peninsular rivers are divided into west flowing rivers and east flowing rivers. Peninsular rivers, east flowing rivers. Mahanadi. The river Mahanadi originates near Sihawa in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh and flows through Odisha. Its length is 851 kilometers. Siona, Telen, Sandur and it are its major tributaries. The main stream of Mahanadi gets divided into several distributaries such as Paika, Virupa, Chittartala, Yenguti and Nan. All these distributaries form the delta of Mahanadi, which is one of the largest deltas in India. The Mahanadi empties its water in Bay of Bengal. Godavari. Godavari is the longest river, 1465 kilometers, with an area of 3.313 lakh square kilometers among the peninsular rivers. Godavari river is also called Vrudha Ganga. It originates in Nasik district of Maharashtra, a portion of Western Ghats. It flows through the states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh before joining Bay of Bengal. Purna, Penganga, Pranita, Indravati, Tal and Salami are its major tributaries. The river near Rajmundri gets divided into two channels called Vashishta and Gautami and forms one of the largest deltas in India. You can see there clearly the division near Rajmundri into Vashistha and Gautami. Koleru, a freshwater lake, is located in the deltaic region of the Godavari. Krishna. The river Krishna originates from a spring at a place called Mahabalishwar in western Ghats of Maharashtra. Its length is 1400 kilometers and an area of 2.58 lakh square kilometers. It is the second longest peninsular river. Bhima, Pedavagu, Musi, Koina and Tungabhadra are the major tributaries of this river. It also flows through Andhra Pradesh and joins in Bay of Bengal at Hamsala Devi. Kaveri. The river Kaveri originates at Talakaveri, Kudagu Hills of Karnataka. Its length is 800 kilometers. The river Kaveri is called Dakshin Ganga or Ganga of South. Arangi, Hemavati, Kabini, Bhavani, Arakavati, Noyal, Amaravati, etc. are the main tributaries of the river Kaveri. In Karnataka, the river bifurcates twice, forming the sacred islands of Srirangapatnam and Sivasamudram. While entering Tamil Nadu, the Kaveri continues through a series of twisted wild gorges until it reaches Okanakal Falls and flows through a straight, narrow gorge near Salem. The Kaveri breaks at Srirangam Islands with two channels, River Koleru and Kaveri. I repeat, the Kaveri breaks at Srirangam Islands with two channels, River Koleru and Kaveri. At last, River Kaveri empties into Bay of Bengal at Pumbugar. We have learnt about the east flowing rivers. Now we will learn about the west flowing rivers. First, Narmada River. Narmada River rises in Amargandak Plateau in Madhya Pradesh at an elevation of about 1057 meters and flows for a distance of about 1312 kilometers. Covers an area of 98,796 square kilometers and forms 27 kilometers long estuary before outfalling into the Arabian Sea through Gulf of Cambay. Narmada River is the largest among the west flowing rivers of the peninsular India. Narmada River's principal tributaries are Banner, Halon, Hiran, Banjar, Dudi, Shakar, Tawa, Barna and Kolar. Tapti. The Tapti is one of the major rivers of the peninsular India with a length of about 724 kilometers. It covers an area of 65,145 square kilometers. Tapti River rises near Multai in Beetal district of Madhya Pradesh at an elevation of about 752 meters. River Tapti is one of the only three rivers in peninsular India that run from east to west, the others being the Narmada and the Mahi. The major tributaries are Vaki, Gomai, Arnavati, Anir, Nizu, Bure, Panjara and Bori. River Tapti outfalls into the Arabian Sea through the Gulf of Cambay. With this, we come to the end of the session 4. Standard 10, Geography, Chapter 1, India, Location, Relief and Drainage. So in session 1, we learnt about introduction, India's land and water frontiers, India and the world, India subcontinent, location and extent, Indian Standard Time, major physiographic divisions of India. In session 2, we learnt about major physiographic divisions of India, the Himalayan mountain, the Trans-Himalayas, the Himalayas, the Greater Himalayas, the Lesser Himalayas, the Outer Himalayas, Purvanchal, the Great Northern Plains, the Baba Plain, the Terai Tract, the Banga Plain, the Khadar Plains, the Deltaic Plains. In session 3, we learnt about the Peninsula Plateau, Central Highlands, Deccan Plateau, the Indian Desert, the coastal plains, the Western coastal plains, the Eastern coastal plains, the islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Islands, offshore islands. In session 4, we learnt about the drainage system of India, Himalayan rivers, the Indus river system, the Ganga river system, the Brahmaputra river system, characteristics of Himalayan rivers, peninsular rivers, east flowing rivers, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, west flowing rivers, Narmada and Tapti. Thank you.